Welcome back to another episode of the Chinanna Show where we speak about everything self improvement and mental health related. I'm your host, Anna Banana, and today I'm going to talk about my personal experience with anxiety. Now, before we get into it, I know I said that all the episodes will be available on YouTube. It's more so me waiting on my brother to edit the YouTube videos and push them out, so that will be done soon. And without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get into it. I hope you are having a great Sunday. I hope you all had a great week. And even if you didn't, that, this week will be better for you. Now, my personal experience with anxiety is that it's overwhelms you. It feels like you're drowning, but you're still on land, and you're supposed to be able to breathe and function as if you're perfectly fine. I find that when I have anxiety attacks, or panic attacks rather, it's more so the anxiety of me thinking about the future and the unknown and the position that I'm in. It's me seeking out all the negativity that we have been trained to do for our own survival and our own well-being, and then projecting it onto the future. So I ask myself a lot of what if questions, like what if this don't work out, what if I attempt this and it don't come to fruition, what if I try this, what if I try that. I feel like anxiety is a type of fear, and it is a type of fear that you have to hold and pull back, because if you don't, it feels like you're letting it roam. If you let it roam, it can literally swallow you and like overtake your whole body to the point where you can't move. That's what anxiety feels like to me. And these days I've been experiencing a lot of negative emotions because of all the things and all the new changes that I'm going through, such as uncertainty where school is concerned, not being able to continue my degree because of lack of funds, and all the other goals and things that I want to accomplish, and realizing that in order to accomplish these things I'm going to have to give up a lot. When I say a lot of self-sacrifice is going to be made, I mean there are going to be days when I'm not going to even have time to enjoy what I normally do, or there are going to be times I'm not even going to have time to enjoy what I do because I'm going to be so tired, and I'm starting to experience that already. And it kind of makes me feel like this is my new life, like this is where I will end up, or this is where I will end up being stuck at. And that's what triggers my anxiety the most. The fact that this is something that I'm going to have to become accustomed to for a while, and it won't change for now, so I'm going to have to get used to it. I think that's what's scary, because routines for me are scary. Routines for me, it would have seemed like I'm stuck and this not gonna change forever. And we need to take comfort in understanding that not everything is forever. And I think that sometimes pull me from my anxiety, to understand that this isn't forever. And I look back at my life, and I look back on all the anxiety that I've experienced up to this point, and I realize that the only reason, apart from going through situational stress and all of that, one of the main reasons why I kept having anxiety attacks and I kept having panic attacks is because I truly believe that this is permanent, and this is something that I'm going to always experience forever and ever. Amen. And what I was experiencing on the time was so painful that I had no choice but to focus on it, which made my anxiety even worse, because I wasn't saying okay, or I wasn't saying all right, then take it for what it is, and then as in take the situation for what it is, and then look at the solutions and see where I can make it better for myself. It was more so I'm experiencing this. I would like the discomfort to stop. I would like the pain to stop, and not looking at the opportunities to effect change. So I feel like that is one of my biggest flaws, that sometimes when it comes to a situation with how emotional I am and how deeply I feel, I tend to focus on the situation itself and not really immediately focus on the situation and how it makes me feel, rather than feeling the feelings, or setting a period aside to feel the feelings, and then transition into okay, what can I do to fix it? And trust me, it's not easy to look for solutions as people would think it is easy, and it's really an individual experience. Trust. So when I pull myself out of, or when I have got done getting through processing my feelings and everything, I try to talk to somebody about it, talk to anybody who I trust, and then know with the solutions I have, I would then pull it with their solutions, and then I would realize that it never made no sense to have this deep and daunting feeling of doom and gloom, but at the same time I can't even say that, because I am the type of person that need to feel my feelings in order to get over it and deal with it. So anxiety for me is sometimes nerve-wracking and affects me in a different way, because I have fear. I don't fear getting the coronavirus, and one of the biggest reasons why I don't fear getting the coronavirus is because I stopped listening to the news and what is going on. So I am not really fully aware of all the negative things that coronavirus is doing to the world. So I don't fear getting coronavirus. It doesn't mean that I'm not careful or I'm not doing what I am supposed to do to get by. I'm not afraid of going out and being attacked or raped. I'm not afraid of any of those things. Most of my fear, and I feel like even though I've had some shitty experiences with harassment with men, or living in Jamaica is very traumatic, as everyone know, I feel like my fear is more so in a different way, where I would fear my own self and what I am capable of, or fear being stuck in a situation where my life isn't able to blossom in the way in which I want it to blossom, and that I would forever be stuck in a routine where I'm working and sleeping and working and sleeping and working and sleeping. Those are some of my biggest fears, and I have to sometimes not directly pay attention to it, like just do all the work that I need to do and just trust the process. And it is not really easy to do, which is why I have implemented some things that has helped tremendously while I work, such as I ensure that every morning before I go to work, I either work out. If I don't work out, I have to meditate, because I have to clear any possibility of negative emotions, or let's not say clear it, because negative and positive them exist for a reason, and there's a reason why both of them exist. Well, I just said the sentence back and front, but you get what I mean. They have to balance out each other, and I don't want it to be a case where I have this naivety where, oh, I'll never want to experience anything bad or whatever. But I want to prepare myself that should I experience anything negative or anything bad, that I am strong enough or I have the tolerance enough to overcome those negative obstacles. And in order for me to do that, I have to set up some action, some positive actions in place that will then mitigate the effects or wall off the effects of the negativity basically, and how it affect me. Because whether you like it or not, negative things are going to happen in this life, and that's just how it is. We now have to put up ways or seek out ways in which we are dealing with it, or mitigating ways in which we deal with it. And everybody has their own specific thing, or you have to find your own specific things that work for you, whether it's meditation, whether it's going for a walk outside, whether it's journaling, whether it's Netflixing, whether it's watching stand-up comedy, whether it's binge watching cartoons, anime, anything. You have to find solace in something and find something that you can hold onto that will help to pull you out of your head and into the present. Because now more than ever, we're going to need everything that we can get. And I'm very proud of myself. Like, of course I'm not where I want to be, but I'm very proud of myself in the sense that I've realized what causes my anxiety. I have also realized that anxiety is not something that is going to leave me completely, and I've also realized ways in which I can deal with the anxiety rather than finding a way to run away from it, because running from your problems is not going to solve them. It's like, and I know I have a problem with procrastination, which is also a form of anxiety. So it's more of facing your fears head on, facing whatever, standing up and letting it come to you and dealing with it in a way in which you're not sabotaging yourself or shooting yourself in the leg. And yeah, that's my personal experience with anxiety. You have different type of anxiety. You have, sometimes I feel like anxiety is that one thing that is able to pull you down into a rabbit hole if you don't try to change your perspective on certain things, or even try to do things to help to keep it away. You will forever be stuck in that loop, and then it can manifest in different problems later on. So yeah, that is my personal experience with anxiety, and this is coming from a very vulnerable place. I hope I wasn't rambling, because I have, the way how my mind works is like the thoughts flow and crash into each other. So sometimes I just have to talk and just let the words flow. And I think I'm going to do an educational point of view for anxiety, but I didn't want to write down anything what I'm going to say. I wanted to come here and share exactly directly from my thoughts what I'm thinking and what anxiety is and how I experience it and how I navigate it. So I think next week Sunday I'm going to just come from an educational point of view so that other people can better understand what anxiety is. And I'm sure a lot of people have at least had anxiety at least one time in their lives. So yeah, I will see you guys in another episode, and I hope you guys enjoy this episode. Don't forget to check out my other episodes that I previously posted, and episodes will be posted every Sunday from here on out. And yeah, that's basically it. I'll see you guys in another episode.